Today we've got good fortune. Stay with us and you'll find out why. Coming up next on Carolina People. Good morning. Welcome to Carolina People. This morning we're at the Embassy Suites Resort at Kingston Plantation, home of the 13th annual American Hardball. We're focused on the Horry-Georgetown Technical College Foundation, and we're visiting with Tom Maeser, the president of the board. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning. How are you?
Thanks so much for coming in this morning.
My pleasure.
It's very exciting to be here, and of course you just live a block away, so
yeah, I can walk over.
You walked over here early this morning.
Absolutely.
Good for you. Is this your normal morning walk?
Oh yeah, I come over for a little Starbucks and
Good thinking. We're going to be here all week, and they've been going strong this morning with the lattes and otherwise.
Yeah, it's kind of neat to live here. It's like coming home to a vacation every night from work, and so it's neat.
You have been, now of course Mary actually works out here, doesn't
Yes,
she?
my wife Mary is a sales associate here with Leonard Call at Kingston, and just sells on this property. So
Right.
She's one of the few real estate people I know that at the end of a year will have 3,000 miles on her car.
That she can lease for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have no worries about that.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. Yeah, that's and of course Kingston Plantation. I knew nothing about it. 145 acres in here, and there's not only Embassy Suites, but the Hilton, Yole, the Margate.
Right.
And is there another big building in here?
Well, actually, the Hilton and Embassy Suites are the anchor hotels, but everything else is owned by individual private homeowners. So
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that I did not know.
it's like 1,600 owners of the condos and the villas and all of that stuff.
Wow, yeah, I saw there were 1,300 accommodations,
Right.
but there's probably even considerably more than that.
There's a few of us that
including-
live here permanently.
Right,
so.
yeah. And of course for you, you're normally seeing, I guess, tourists come through here.
Oh yeah, I mean, we get rid of our neighbors quickly,
Every
if they're
weekend,
yeah, and if they're noisy, we get them
Oh.
evicted. So.
You guys have been on the beach a good while, Tom. You and Mary have been down here about how long now?
1992 we came down.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're thoroughly a local now.
They're getting there.
Yeah. If you're not, I don't know who would be. The Horry-Georgetown Technical College Foundation is going strong.
Yeah, it's the foundation has been around since 1978, and initially we started as a scholarship-driven foundation. We're a separate 501c non-for-profit corporation from the college, but in those days scholarships were very important. Students were having a hard time, making the money to come, and of course the average student at Horry-Georgetown is 27 years of age, so they're a little bit older. They're usually in the world of work and have a job. And so everything was focused, like I said, around scholarships. Then when the lottery came around and the budget cuts from the state came around, all those things changed. And so now scholarships are still important, but our college is operating at about the 2,000 level that they were at, and yet they have 1,500 more students there.
No way, Tom. Golly.
So the lottery then, of course, came in to help with tuition. I think it pays almost $1,000 of the $1,400 semester tuition.
Mm-hmm.
So with the need for money to help the college just exist, and the lack of need really for scholarships, our goal has changed dramatically. Now our purpose is to raise funds to keep the college growing, to keep it healthy, to help bring in support staff and build buildings and get equipment and all of that.
It can be used for myriad. I know there's oftentimes even a student emergency fund.
Exactly. We started that about 2 years ago, and it's amazing. We've helped, just this year alone, 80-some students who...
No way.
And they may need their books. We had one student whose home caught on fire and burned to the ground and lost their books, and they came to us and I've got to have books to be able to continue, and we were able to get the money quickly. There's no bureaucracy. There's about 2 people that okay it, and the student gets the money right away.
Right. And they're loans. I mean, so there's surely a desire to get them. I mean, they need to be paid back.
Sure.
But
they're interest-free loans, and if someone can't, well, we're not going to make a big deal out of it. But we do ask that they pay it back. I think it it gives them a little more of an incentive to hang in there, and we're running about 95% payback, so
Yes,
it's really good.
yes. Dr. Landsberg talked about that. It was critical hearing that whether that kicked off, the reasons why it kicked off, no matter what, it's been handled properly and it's doing very well.
Yeah, we're real proud of that one.
I failed to mention that you're not only president of the board of the Horry-Georgetown Technical College Foundation, but also president of the Fortune Academy.
Yes.
Which is, I think, now on 14 campuses or 14 locations statewide, more than 75 instructors. I
Yes.
couldn't believe that, Tom.
Yeah, we've grown quite a bit. 99, when I joined Harold Swanner at Fortune, there was one instructor, one real estate course going. We did continuing ed and pre-license, and in one location, and now we've grown quite a bit.
That is incredible. So since '99, in the last 7.5, almost 8 years, y'all have gone from one instructor in one location to 14 locations and 75 plus instructors.
Exactly, and we do real estate, appraisal, home inspection, continuing legal ed, and some mortgage education.
That is incredible, Tom. Yeah, to see, and of course the rapid growth statewide, and obviously real estate being the centerpiece of that.
And our goal is to license everyone over the age of 18 in the state of South Carolina.
Well, that's a good goal.
Sure.
I think y'all are heading in the right direction. You've surely seen an incredible uptick.
Oh, yeah.
Up and down, not only with the different schools you associate with statewide, and you all have found a great partnership
Right.
with the technical college
Yeah,
statewide.
12 of our 14 locations are in the technical colleges, so that's been a wonderful partnership. Again, it goes back to what the foundation stands for. The budget cuts have been so dramatic. We offer them the programs they can't do because of the budget cuts. They offer us a facility, and they take registration and the things where we'd have to staff up and have overhead, which we don't have when we have the partnership. So it works out very nice.
Why have there been such dramatic budget cuts? There, Tom, I heard Neil Wilson talk recently about 70% of the growth in higher education has been in the community or technical college programs statewide. Why are there such a dramatic budget cutting that would impact these schools?
You've got a lot of educational entities vying for the same dollars. You have, of course, K through 12. You've got the four-year colleges. You have the two-year colleges.
Right.
And unfortunately, our legislators have chosen to make some cuts in the educational area over the years. So the state is kind of mandated to make them all operate within that, and unfortunately, just like with Horry-Georgetown Technical College, we've been the fastest growing college in the state,
Right.
but our budget's been cut just as much as everyone else, and it's really not fair.
It isn't.
And I wish that we could change that, but it's going to take a budgetary kind of thing to do that.
Right. And you said we're kind of operating in the old 2000 budget climate, but
Right.
with 1,500 more students.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, I think through sound management, the college has been able to leverage what it does to make up those deficits in our foundation. We're a $6.5 million foundation right now.
Is that right, Tom? A lot of that has occurred in the last couple of years since
Yeah.
you've been president, since '03.
No.
Yeah, COM.
No,
No,
it has not been me at all. We've got wonderful
You do have
board
a
members.
Tremendous support staff there with Sandra and Colleen.
Right.
Those two really going strong, and obviously day in and day out. And of course, when I got active with you all, Gary Davis was there,
Right.
really helping get the ball rolling to get some tremendous things heading in the right direction.
Yeah, we've had some wonderful initiatives. We just came off of a $5 million campaign, which was primarily for the Allied Health Program.
Right.
And what happened out of that is through Buddy Stiers with the Redevelopment Authority helped get that building for us, the old hospital at the Air Force Base.
Tremendous.
And with the hospitals, all four hospitals, Georgetown, Grand Strand, Loris, and Conway, the doctors in the area, we were able to raise it was right about $4.5 million from the medical group to help do the Robert Spear allied health education center at the campus.
That much was raised, huh?
Right.
That is tremendous.
Yeah.
It is going to be a magnificent facility there. For folks who aren't familiar with the layout of the former Air Force Base, real easy to find, whether coming in from 17 Business or bypass, so they enter from 17 Business. Not much there now to see, but it's going to be beautiful. Just taking their first left that they'd have an access to take a left on, take a left, follow it down. It'll be the first left after you take your first left, right there on the corner, very close to the dog park. It'll be a beautiful facility.
Right.
A lot of folks will be trained there, not only nurses, but a lot of others.
Yeah, and the medical programs are. One of the programs has got a waiting list till 2012. I think that's sonography or one of those. So, there's a big demand, but we have a tremendous shortage of nurses and other allied health with the baby boomers coming up now, getting to that age. So, that was a wonderful campaign. We also started, part of that campaign was for the construction management program. We raised about $150,000. We're completing that campaign now, but it started that one, and then another part of the program was what we call the legacy endowment. We're trying to build an endowed fund for the college that the president of the college can use for future growth and development. You can figure about 5% of return on an endowed fund, so you put it in based on stocks or whatever. If you get a 5% return, it's about normal. So for every $1 million we gain, there's $50,000 that the college can use. So our goal is really, hopefully over the years, to get it up to $5, $8, $10 million so that the college will have the funds necessary.